I don't think we're ready for this conversation, but locks should not be the solution to you hating your afro. In 2023, I got lock extensions, faux lock extensions all the way down to my back, waist length, and at the time, I had never felt as beautiful as I did with those faux locks in my head. But then I got convicted and took the thing out and put new extensions in that looked more like my afro, because I remembered the whole point of getting those faux locks was actually not to get faux locks at all. It was to start my lock journey. But I got bored and I started heavily bleaching and colouring the new shorter afro hair extensions. And then I felt convicted again because I thought, why do I even need extensions? Like, if I'm trying to do my lock journey, then I should just be able to do it with my afro hair and do it from scratch. So I dragged them out my headpiece with a plan to start my lock journey again. But alas, it was too late. When I went to the trichologist for a consultation, they told me not only do you have traction alopecia from years of wearing high tension hairstyles, but your hair is also so severely damaged and over processed from the colour. Most of your hair strands are not only broken but split down the middle and exposing your cortex, which means you will never be able to retain moisture in this hair ever again, and you must shave it all off. I said, fine, okay, well, I want to regrow my locks out, so I'll shave it off and I'll start again. And the trichologist looked me in my face and said, until you learn how to love and care for your afro in its natural state, you have no business going and running to go and get locks again. And if I remember correctly, I started crying because I didn't like my afro and I thought I'd found a hack, a loophole. The realization of how much I really didn't like it and how scared I was of having to be forced to look after it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was using locks as a plaster over my hatred for my afro and hoping that I would fly under the radar and nobody would say anything. I see remnants of that mindset in a lot of black women on the internet with locks, where they're telling people that have afro hair that say how much they hate it. Oh, don't worry, sis, just go and lock your hair, it'll fix everything. Not realizing that psychologically, if you don't accept the core of something and truly make peace with it, then you will continue to keep trying to modify the surface. Because I didn't resolve the hate I had for my hair like this, it was still showing up in how frequently I was interlocking the hair, because as soon as I saw even a little piece of frizz, I wanted to snatch that up immediately. I always wanted my parts at the root to be smooth and slick and gelled and flat. I spent hundreds of pounds on heavy long ass lock extensions down my back with the wavy hair stuck on the outside because I still did not like my afro texture. And when I did manage to get some locks that had my afro texture, I bleached and coloured them again and again and again, because deep down, my natural, brown, unmanipulated, coily afro never felt pretty enough. So no matter how much I thought I was going to escape my afro with locks, it didn't work, because that mindset doesn't just disappear. And until it's healed and we genuinely love our afro in its most simple form, and that hate and discomfort is going to continue casting a shadow over our lock journeys in terms of how we treat them and how we feel about ourselves without them. And I love locks. I actually plan on getting locks again in the future, and I'm excited to do so. But that's a decision that I was not going to make until I'd taken time to love on my afro just like this first. Because choosing to style our hair in locks because we think our afros are hard, tough, ugly, picky, unmanageable, or masculine is not the flex or the cultural liberation that we think it is.